A late winner at Aston Villa for Villa. Luton have a late 90th minute comeback, and Everton beat Burnley to boost their survival hopes. And at the moment, Arsenal and Brighton are playing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the goal line. Hello everyone and welcome back to the goal line. I would like to apologise for last week. Very busy last week, and technical problems as per usual, like I always have. But yeah, I am back this week. Apologies for last week. So we'll get straight into what happened today. As I did tell you, Brighton and Arsenal are playing currently, and the current score is Brighton 0, Arsenal 1. So that is the, I wanted to start off on that front. It says, incredible De Bruyne keeps Man City in title hunt with a win over Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace 2, Man City 4, I believe. That was the lunchtime kickoff. It says here, Everton beat Burnley to boost survival hopes. Morris 90th minute winner seals the Luton fight back, and the late Watkins goal rescues Villa point against Brentford. Brentford did go 3-2 in front. They were 2-0 down. Then they got 3 goals back, and well, obviously they drew. Sorry, my glasses are a little bit fuzzy. Sorry, I'll clear them up quickly. Yeah, obviously there's other Scottish stories as well. I'll just read some of them for you. Motherwell beat Dundee in controversial 5-goal epic. St Mirren clinch top 6 spot despite Hearts defeat. Other news: Leicester beat Birmingham to go top of the table, go back to the top of the table. It says here, Sean Dyche, Everton designed an ugly win. The interview is on the BBC website. Ward-Prowse scores from corner in win at Wolves. Of course, Wolves was at home to West Ham. And there's a late winner for Newcastle at Fulham. Yeah. So it says here, Ollie Watkins, getting back to the Aston Villa and Brentford game, Ollie Watkins, 18 goals, 10 assists, is the first player with 28 goal involvements for Aston Villa in a single Premier League season. What do you think of Ollie Watkins' record in his time at Villa? Give me a message down below. That would be great. I'd love to know what you think of Ollie Watkins. It said, forward Watkins gave Villa a 39th minute advantage, meeting John McGinn's cross with a powerful header, which just squeezed over the line. And Morgan Rogers doubled the host's lead 32 seconds after the restart with a fine low finish into the bottom corner. But Brentford responded with 3 goals in 9 second-half minutes. It was Damsgaard's cross, Jorgensen's foot, and then 2 minutes later it was Mourinho volleyed in a cross. Sorry, I wonder what that was. Sorry. Watkins denied the visitors a win in 9 minutes, though, heading in the equaliser with 10 minutes remaining. Villa remain 3 points clear of 5th place Tottenham, having played 2 matches more. Brentford dropped to 16th, 6 points clear of the bottom 3. So, yeah, it's worrying for Brentford. Brilliant for Aston Villa. The Like I said, Luton beat Bournemouth. It said that Luton showed the greater desire to win the game in a tense finale, and their diligence was rewarded when Morris outmuscled. Oh, hang on. Oh, Zabarani. Oh, okay. Morris outmuscled Zabarani to meet Woodrow's fine delivery into the box. Okay. Sorry, I got a little bit confused there. Yeah, and then the game with Everton and Burnley. It says here, Dominic Calvert-Lewin capitalised on an error by Burnley goalkeeper Merrick to score his second goal in as many games and help Everton to a priceless win over their fellow strugglers at Goodison Park. Like I say, Dominic Calvert-Lewin in the 45th plus 2 minute, and Burnley went down to 10 men. O'Shea was sent off in the 67th minute. It says right at the bottom here, Josh Brownhill's curling effort flew narrowly wide of the far post in a nervy end to the contest, but Everton held on to claim 3 crucial points and deal a major blow to their opponent's own survival hopes. So yeah, that's what's going on. Well, that's some of the top stories. If you want any more of the stories, they're on the BBC website, Sport, Red Button and Sports app. If you didn't know, Rotherham were relegated from the Championship last night. The relegation races are starting. There were some more relegations today, but I will go through them with you. But Rotherham was the first casualty last night in the Championship, losing 1-0 to Plymouth. It says here, Championship, Rotherham 0, Plymouth 1. Plymouth scored in the 32-minute Mumba. Rotherham became the first side in the English Football League to be relegated this season after a 1-0 loss at home to fellow strugglers Plymouth Argyle. So Rotherham will be doing League One fixtures next season. Okay, on to the scores today. I'm just checking to see if there's any other scores. No, there's not. Right, okay, so we go on to today. We'll start, as always, in the Premier League. Let me sort this camera out. Right, we're starting the Premier League. Crystal Palace 2, Man City 4, Aston Villa 3, Brentford 3, Everton 1, Burnley 0, Fulham 0, Newcastle 1, Luton 2, Bournemouth 1, and Wolves 1, West Ham 2. We're in the 55th plus 6 minute of Brighton and Arsenal, so there should be going into half time very, very soon. It's still Brighton 0, Arsenal 1 at the moment. Going to the Scottish Premiership, Dundee 2, Motherwell 3, Birmingham 1, St Johnstone 2, Kilmarnock 1, Ross County 0, Livingston and Aberdeen 0-0, and St Mirren 1, Hearts 2. Going into the Sky Bet Championship, Norwich 1, Ipswich 0, Blackburn 0, Blackburn 0, Southampton 0, Cardiff 1, Hull 3, Coventry 2, Leeds 1, Huddersfield 1, Millwall 0, Leicester 2, Birmingham 1, Middlesbrough 2, Swansea 0, QPR 0, Sheffield Wednesday 2, Stoke 2, West Brom 2, Sunderland 0, Bristol City 0, Watford 0, Preston 0. Sky Bet League 1, Blackpool 1, Cambridge 0, Bristol Rovers 0, Bolton 2, Burton 0, Oxford United 4, Charlton 2, Barnsley 1, Exeter 1, Stevenage 0, Leyton Orient 3, Cheltenham 1, Northampton 2, Carlisle 0, Portsmouth 3, Shrewsbury 1, Reading 1, Lincoln City 1, and Wigan 0, Port Vale 0. Carlisle have been relegated after their 2-0 loss away to Northampton, so Carlisle will now be in League 2 next season. Talking about League 2, here's the Sky Bet League 2. Accrington 0, Crewe 0, Wimbledon 1, Salford 0, Barrow 0, Swindon 2, Bradford 1, Gillingham 0, Colchester 1, Wrexham 2, Forest Green 0, MK Dons 2, Grimsby 1, Newport 0, Mansfield 1, Crawley 4, Morecambe 0, Doncaster 3, Notts County 3, Harrogate 0, Sutton United 1, Stockport 3, Tranmere 1, Walsall 3. No relegations in League 2 currently. Then we go on to the National League. Oldham 1, Rochdale 1, Borehamwood 4, Wealdstone 0, Dorking 0, Altrincham 0, Ebbsfleet 2, Flyde 1, Hartlepool 2, Aldershot 0, Maidenhead 2, Barnet 2, Woking 3, Dagenham Redbridge 2, and York 0, Eastleigh 1. There is a game currently going on, but they're at half time at the moment, which was Kidderminster and Halifax, and that's a 0-0. There was FA Trophy semi-final today. They are ended. It was Bromley 1, Solihull Moors 2, and Gateshead 2, Macclesfield 1. Going into National League North, Alfreton 0, Curzon Ashton 0, Banbury United 1, Kings Lynn 1, Blyth Spartans 1, Rochelle Olympics 2, Boston United 1, Brackley Town 2, Buxton 3, Chorley 1, Darlington 2, Southport 0, Farsley Celtic 1, Peterborough 0, Gloucester City 1, Chester 6, Scarborough 1, Spennymoor Town 1, Scunthorpe 4, Hereford 1, South Shields 7, Bishops 0, and Tamworth 1, Warrington 1. And we're going to the National League South. Bath City 1, Tunbridge 1, Chelmsford 1, Slough Town 1, Eastbourne 1, Weymouth 0, Farnborough 0, Maidstone United 1, Hampton Richard 1, Taunton Town 1, Haverton Waterlooville 1, Dartford 2, Hemel Hempstead 1, Dover 1, St Albans City 0, Chippenham Town 1, Welling 1, Torquay 0, Weston-super-Mare 0, Braintree 1, Yeovil 1, Worthing 3. There is a late kick-off at 7:30. It is Truro and Averley. And that is going to do it for the moment. With the National League, if you don't know, Chesterfield are promoted. And they will go to League 2 next season. And York City have been relegated. I don't know if I told you that a couple of weeks ago, but that it has been like that for a couple of weeks now. So that's that. So yeah, so Oxford City have been, not Oxford United, Oxford City have been relegated into the lower leagues. Let's just see if the thing is half time between that. Yeah, so it's now Brighton and Arsenal. They are officially in half time and it's still 1-0. Yeah, so that's basically going to do it for today, guys. Like I said, if there's any stories you want to talk about, or anything you want to ask me, or if there's a particular team you want me to do a special goal line on, let me know what your team is down below, and I will do my very best for you. There are no late night kickoffs tonight, apart from the National League 7:30. Let's just see what we got going on tomorrow. We've got more Premier League action. 3:30, Man United and Liverpool. 5:30, Sheffield United and Chelsea. And 6 o'clock is the time for Tottenham versus Nottingham Forest. There is Rangers versus Celtic, It's the match of the Titans at 12 o'clock midday. And there's also EFL action as Peterborough take on Wickham. That is at 4:30. On Monday, we haven't got a lot going on. There's only one National League South game. That's Truro versus Truro versus Torquay. That's at 7:45 kickoff. Then on Tuesday, we have Champions League. We have Arsenal versus Bayern Munich and Real Madrid versus Man City. And we have Championship action. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. There's also Women's European Championship qualifying going on. There's women's international friendlies going on. There is 6 games in League One, and there is 2, 4, 6, 8 games in League Two, and there is 6 games in the National League. We also have National League North and South action as well. So so look out for the Champions League Tuesday. Don't forget the Premier League tomorrow, and I will see you next week with a new video. Until then, guys, thank you for joining me for the goal line. Don't forget to give me a like, give me a sub, click that bell icon, and comment down below, and I'll see you real soon. Ciao.